Sarah and Chris St. James were thrilled when they learned that Sarah was pregnant with their second child, a girl. And like any parents, they were overjoyed when their daughter was born without any complications. But some time later, the family realized that something was wrong with their baby girl. Their daughter Sloane was born strong and healthy, but when she was 2 months old, her parents noticed she was gaining weight. It was especially noticeable around her belly. Their baby was eating normally and developing as she should. But as her tummy got bigger and bigger, Sarah and Chris became seriously concerned. When Sloane was 4 months old, the family took her to the hospital for a routine checkup. Unfortunately, the doctors discovered something horrible, something no parent would want to hear about their child. Most parents probably would have been heartbroken, and probably would have been relieved to hear such news, but there was no way this couple wanted to give up. When Chris and Sarah took Sloane to Boston Children's Hospital, they were very worried. They understood that their daughter's tummy wasn't growing normally, but at the same time they hoped the doctors wouldn't find anything serious. But to the parents' dismay, their daughter was diagnosed with a rare congenital liver condition called biliary atresia, in which the bile ducts are obstructed or absent. If this condition is left untreated, bile will accumulate in the liver, which may eventually fail. On Sloane's still so short life path, a huge obstacle appeared. Here's what Sarah tells the paper. We had hoped the doctors would reassure us and tell us there was nothing dangerous to our daughter's health, but instead we learned a terrifying diagnosis. Everything we were so afraid of had come true. The family returned home from the hospital, but not for long. Just a week after her diagnosis, Sloane had to be admitted to the intensive care unit. The only thing that could save the little girl's life was a liver transplant, and unfortunately there was very little time to find a donor. Sarah and Chris's blood type did not match their daughter's blood type, so they shared their story with as many people as they could, hoping to find a donor. The rules regarding living donors and transplants are very strict. The donor must be a friend or family member, and he or she must be willing to donate an organ for free. The donor must also pass a psychiatric evaluation, and, of course, he must be physically healthy. A close family friend, Jake Tenney, saw the family's post about helping on social media and shared it on Facebook. Then an unexpected hero was found. He fit all the rules to become a donor for Sloane perfectly, and he had already saved many lives. It was Jake's brother, Steve Tenney, who decided to help. Steve, a U.S. Army veteran, has been a police officer in New Hampshire for 18 years. He is 40 years old and in good shape. He hasn't been to a doctor's appointment in more than a dozen years and hadn't spent a single night in the hospital until he decided to help Sloane. Steve underwent a series of treatments, after which doctors took a piece of his liver for a future transplant. At that point, Steve had never once seen Sloane, whose life he was going to save. He didn't hesitate. Fortunately, my blood type matched and I was in good physical shape to be a donor. My wife and I talked about it, and we both agreed that if we could help a 4-month-old baby and save his life, we should definitely do it, Steve said. Fortunately, both surgeries were successful. Since the liver is one of the organs that can regenerate, Steve's liver will soon regenerate. And Sloane's new liver will grow healthy and work great. Although the girl lost a piece of herself, she gained something much greater in return. Not everyone can say they always keep a piece of their savior with them. This is one of the kindest stories I have ever heard. Sloane's life could have come to an end before it had even begun, but thanks to Steve's selfless act, this story has a happy ending.